Nick. I mean, it's getting a lot of coverage here at Nicole, and one of the key areas that's getting a lot of coverage, as you will have seen, because they got a lot of coverage there, was this business of him not, which came out of the debate, him not accepting the election result, and this organising of 900 exit polls in Pennsylvania and Ohio. So, how is this not intimidation?
It is. Well, here's the thing. And look, 4 years ago, 8 years ago, for years, we on the left have been worried about, elections being stolen, not on a massive national scale, but for instance, say Ohio with a a really, I'll use his word, crooked Secretary of State who oversees elections. There's been evidence of vote flipping using these electronic and touchscreen voting machines. What we need are actually paper ballots hand counted. It's just, what a concept. It seems so outlandish. Paper ballots hand counted. But there have been problems with elections here, again, on a, maybe on a statewide basis. He's pointing at Pennsylvania and using a dog whistle, talking about the suburbs. Oh, those people. He's talking about minority areas that are known to vote Democratic and, yes, trying to intimidate them.
Well, Nicole, the UK Progressive and I have been very tightly tied to a group in Arizona in Pima County, which is where Tucson is. And all the way back to 2006, we were talking about the weaknesses in those voting machines, both, sure. And the Hursty hack, how it can be hacked at the central computer, and how an entire election can be hacked using the crop scanners that you actually put them in. And it was actually part of that film Stealing Democracy and Brad blog. So it's an issue, but not on the scale that we've been talking about.
Right. And that's not what he's alleging. He's alleging that, people are voting multiple times, that dead people are voting. That's been disproven. I mean, I think that what they found, like 15 cases out of 400 million votes or something outlandish like that. I'm just pulling numbers out of thin air, but it's on that level. And that's what he's alleging. He's not talking about the problems with the voting machines.
No, and that's one of the nice things about living here. The first time I saw a parliamentary election vote count, I realized that it could very well have been for the very first time in my life that my ballot was actually counted.
Wow. Well, how do they do it over there?
All by paper. All by paper, and it takes as long as it takes.
That's right.
None of this artificial, we got to get it done by the news deadline. We don't get decisions till 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning as to who has won a parliamentary election.